Maybe it will be an Ezreal to complement the Karma, or maybe VKS will ban it. I get what we wanted here, baby. Lock that in. We get the Miro Akali. FlyQuest can keep their comp very standard.
They don't have an 80 carry. I know he's hovering the Ivern.
It's a for fun. He's still taunting people.
He is.
Trying to mind game. Okay, so Jin, yeah, that's the clear follow-up to all of this like long range, over the top stuff that VKS are showing here. Now, your patented question, Flowers, of which side are you favoring? I do favor the stability of FlyQuest. Yeah, everybody else is also still in the game. They are there. Something to note about, well, I wanted to talk about the top lane matchup, but hold on. This is going to trade pretty heavily.
Yeah, Quad really putting the pressure on Miru here. One more auto attack might take him down, but no, the potion heals Miru up enough that a flash auto from Quad wouldn't get the kill. Still sitting on about 100. He's out of potions. He only has his Dorian shield and natural regeneration.
Nocturne? I mean, his ward ran out, and Quad wants to get this next wave, and he's low on mana.
Nocturne's there in the darkness.
Disamus coming around from the side. He sidesteps the Duskbringer, but the Fear's gonna find the target. Disamus goes in for the dive, and it's Miru with first blood thanks to an early gank from his jungler.
I would not play Nocturne without a dive buddy, and my favorite dive buddy was Akali.
The old Akali.
Different kit, but same idea. You press R, Akali presses R, and if you're ahead, that person dies.
Morteo's about to die down here with the bottom lane as well, forced to use both summoner spells. Oh man. VKS grouped up, ready to maintain control over this Scuttle Crab. Disamus might just grab level 6 off of the Crab, and he does. Immediately engages with a Paranoia flash over the wall. Is not good enough. VKS, their assassins coming to life and taking the early lead. Turret, even though he just turned back into mini, it's still a pretty risky gambit to go for. But the Grubs are spawning now as we click 8 minutes. Busio just walking right into the brush. You should not be there, but VKS are happy to punish. Yeah, Disamus is sitting perfectly out of the vision of that control ward in the pixel brush. But now Morteos and Trimby are going to step forward. Disamus throwing the Dustbringer over the wall. Whippo pops an early Dominus to try to clear out the wave and build up some fury. Gets the stun onto Disamus, but it's Bawal who tanks the turret. Whippo is assassinated, and VKS won't lose a man.
Rinse and repeat here with like Nico plays. They get a little crafty.
4, 5, 6, 7.
He flashes forward for the Pop Blossom. Miru dives in right after. Quad's got to know there's no way home except in a body bag. Miru makes it 5-0 VKS.
Yeah, I do think this is where FlyQuest does make their stand, though. If you look at the core items on everyone.
Ooh, Inspired wanted to get in there, find that Ishtal impact onto Miru, but now Disamus is ready to turn it around into a full-on 2v2. Disamus and Miru. It's only Miru pulled back by the Impale. The Nocturne damage is absolutely massive. Inspired on the Skarner can't finish any of these kills. It's a 6-0 game favoring VKS. Busio tries to get away. Masu firing off Mystic Shot for the clone is going to block them all. Miru now going after Masu, who steps forward after the Akali, flashing back over the smoke, trying to make a little bit of distance. The curtain call fires off and Masu flashes back over the wall, but Inspired's not going to do the same. Bawal takes the kill. VKS 3-0 fight, 8-0 game.
And that's what sums up this game. Disamus is there. Every time something happens, he's the one cleaning up. Bawal is in a 1v2.
Yeah, Bawal now locked up. He is in Mega Gnar, so he is a little bit tankier. Masu and Whippo chasing after the Gnar, but now with the TP coming in. Busio also ready to reinforce. Masu fires his skill shots a little bit early, but the Akali is so evasive. Miru shows up, keeps his ally protected, tries to juke him out there a little bit.
And you can tell, they think it's going to be on Masu. They've got the Knight's Vow from Inspired on Masu. They're going to try and do everything they can to keep the Ezreal alive. VKS, they're burning it down, though.
Here we go, immediately.
They're on
Masu. Onto FlyQuest. Masu's going to be your target. He's not quite dead yet, but there he goes. FlyQuest bottom lane already down. And VKS have found exactly what they're looking for. Quad's the next to die. A double kill for Miru. Inspired, blasted back over the wall. Blasted straight to hell. VKS 12-0.
VKS are able to take down the Ezreal that FlyQuest were putting so much effort into trying to keep up. And now VKS with this massive, massive lead.
At this point, FlyQuest is just trying for desperate plays. If they get one kill, they'll probably try and force Baron, but here comes the Nocturne again.
Okay, there's your Impale, trying to lock him up a little bit at least. Inspired stays alive with the shield from the Seismic Bastion. Miru just staying alive barely here with 200 HP, but Bawal continuing to pressure forwards. VKS, they go to make their move. FlyQuest tries to respond, but nobody on VKS dies. They're so far ahead.
With winning split 3, and then even coming into these playoffs, getting 3-0'd by FlyQuest at first, and now bouncing back to this game after losing the first 5 games, they're not a team that quits.
Yeah, Biru killed Busio before you finished your sentence. That was not even remotely close. And now a beautiful double root into a double pop blossom into a double kill. DeSamas unstoppable for the icing on the cake. VKS, with their backs against a wall in a must-win game, might just shut out FlyQuest in Game 3.
And we were talking about it from the draft. The burden of execution was on VKS Stars, and they have stood up to that challenge. They did not play passively. They have found the windows to punish FlyQuest, and they are on top of the Baron.
Trimby targeted here by Bwipo. The shutdown goes over to the FlyQuest top laner. At 27 minutes into the game, FlyQuest get their first kill.
They're on the board. And Kobe, I like your point here about FlyQuest coming back for more, because logically this game is toast.
Oh, there we go. Speaking of toast, it looks like FlyQuest is also that once again. Inspired
Trimby's
though,
dead again.
Turning it around onto Trimby. He'll at least make it a 1-for-1 with himself. DeSamas continuing to try to go forward. The root on Tomasu doesn't hit, but the curtain call does. That mosquito's biting. It's a double kill for Morteos.
All right, they should go on over to the Baron. FlyQuest have no smite. Inspired is also down. So that should be Baron for VKS, and that is the tool that these types of comps can really use to actually close the door, take a bunch of these towers.
In the Nocturne versus Skarner matchup, as FlyQuest, they know that Elder is their last chance. The great equalizer is the only way to come back into the game. DeSamas tries to fly in. FlyQuest is separated. Inspired only locks up the enemy jungler as Bwipo tries to duel with Mira.
Shockwave!
Shockwave, but it's not enough. Not when you're this far behind. Pop Blossom ready to follow it up. FlyQuest, try as they might, say goodnight. It's an ace for nothing. VKS.
The VKS Stars are gonna push us to a Game 4 in this series. They stand up and they're gonna take this one.
They saw the 19-4 in game number 1, the 18-5 in game number 2, but the most impressive score of the series is 22-2 here in game number 3. The LTA South will rise to meet the challenge, and VKS find their way onto the Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a series on our hands.
And only a couple minutes longer than the 2 FlyQuest victories. This is a dominant performance of their own, backs completely against the wall, needing to win every single game. VKS extend the series.